Now, and I used it, and you shouldn't use that when you're a big corporate officer, I found out. You get called into the chairman's office. That's not fun. Now, my job is to create tension. I think I do a pretty good job. And that's what I should be doing as the chief marketing officer. So you get called in, and, said, and the boss calls you and said, hey, Jeff, would you like to come up? No, not really. Well, yeah, I think you should. It's like the third day on the job, by the way. And you should come up. And okay. And would you like to sit down? No. Please sit down, Jeffrey. And then he explains to me that you shouldn't use that kind of language. And I said, okay. I said, boss, remember, you told me to push the envelope. I mean, you told me to push the line. You told me to push it to the edge. That's what you said to do, and that's what I'm doing. He says, yeah, but I didn't tell you to cross the line. Yeah. I said, well, now we know where it's at. So it's good. It's good kind of thing. Let me tell you about this other little project. Now, when we launched this ZI-8, this is the Kodak ZI-8. When we launched it, the Boston Globe wrote, said that the three best products of the year was the ZI-8, the Android, and the iPhone. But what marketing genius came up with the name for the ZI-8? Couldn't agree more. I thought the name sucked. I mean, it's ZI-8. I mean, we named our products the A series, the B series, the C series. I thought when we got the Z's, we were over. And we weren't. I thought, what's the next one? AA, the BB, or whatever it was. And so I said, well, this was since like September, and we're going to announce the next product. And I thought, well, that's really good. So what's the next product? And they said, well, it's going to be a cool camera, but we're going to, And I said, well, really, what's it do? And so this happens to be the cool camera. This is it right here, an HD Pocket video camera. But what's different about this is it's waterproof. Yeah, I think that's pretty cool. I mean, that's real water. I don't want you to think that's not real water. Man. It's like really water. It's like you could do that. You could do that with wine as well. You can do that with wine. So, although wine's for drinking. And I said, what are you going to call this product? And they said, get this, the ZX3. I said, oh, no, you're frickin' not. We're not calling that the ZX3. You better come up with some other name because we're not leaving this room until you come up with a better name. In fact, I went outside and I grabbed every marketing person I could. Of course, they're not trying to make eye contact with me because they know they're going to get an assignment, but I round them up anyway. We get in a room and I said, folks, we got a problem because we're about to announce, the new ZI-8. When we announce the ZI-8 and we start talking about it, we're going to talk about the new product. We can't do that, so let's do something else. What are we going to do? And someone said, let's have a contest. I said, that's a great idea. They said, well, tweet it out. I said, beautiful. That's awesome. And I said, what will we do for the prize? And someone said, I tell you what we'll do. What we'll do is we'll give away a week at the CES. And we'll bring them at CES, and they'll come to CES in Las Vegas, put them up for their family. We'll name them the mother, the father of the product. Jeff, you'll put your arm around them at a press conference. We'll meet them, Al Roker. We'll go on the Today Show. It'll be a great deal. I said, that's awesome. Oh, and we'll put their picture on the box or in the box because we don't know what they look like, right? All right, so well, come on. We're in marketing. I mean, we're not like social workers. So I said, that's awesome. So someone said, oh, well, we got to run it by legal. Oh, crap. All right, those sneaky bastards, Seriously, they're not that sneaky, but all right, you're catching on. Okay, now, and I said, okay, and I said, what do you mean? They said, well, there's a contest person. We got to run it by the contest. I said, you're kidding me. We have a person in charge of contest in this company? He said, yeah. I said, oh, I want that frickin' job. I said, come on. What do you have, like 3 contests? We're adding a 4th one? Ooh, workload. There, look at that. I'm telling you, it's that. I want that job. So let's do something. I said, look. I said, what is it? And they said, there's a fine if we do it. I said, well, I don't care if there's a fine. How much can a fine be? No one can answer me. And I said, fine. I'm thinking, okay, what is it? $50,000. $50,000, well, I'll get fined. I'll get a press release out of it as well because we violated something. That'd be pretty good. That's a free press right there. And then the chairman will yell at me and said, I'll get some more press. That's a good deal. And then, then we don't have to spend, all due respect to you guys, $250,000 in naming with some agency because I'm crowdsourcing it, so I have people that are white, yellow, red, green, blue, trisexual, bisexual, single sexual. Everybody will have input on the whole thing, right? So I won't offend anybody. This would be great. We're crowdsourcing. This is awesome. I said, go. So from the time in which we read the article, from the time in which we got everybody in the room, thought up the campaign, and hit the button to say tweet it out was 26 hours. Okay? That's what you got to do in social media, by the way, to make it work. Because the cycle of which you run social media is extremely fast. In a matter of 4 days, because that's what we ran the campaign over, we've got thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands, and 28,000 names were submitted. Less than 4 days. Over 2 million tweets were given. And by the way, every tweet that we mentioned the contest, we mentioned the name of the other product. Okay? Drove the average sales from $179 to $229. Made it the hottest product all through the rest of the Christmas season. Okay? The name we chose was the two guys submitted it. There they are. The Play and the Sport. And this became, the whole platform became the Kodak Play, which is our video platform, and this became the Sport, the Kodak Play Sport. Needless to say, their pictures are in the box and not on the box. They have great personalities. We love them. But that's what we decided to do. My favorite name, the Pocket Rocket. I thought that was good. I thought the Pocket Rocket was very good, except I couldn't name it that, although I wanted to, because that's like a 3-day HR seminar. Okay, now, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, and there were a lot of other good ones too. The fine, anyone know what the fine is? I think it was $600. It was either $300 or $600, I can't remember. Maybe $600 sounds better, but almost held it up because of that, you know. And that's what you got to learn inside of companies now, is to be fast. We call it focus, accountability, simplicity, and trust. Because even if we screw up, let's do it faster. And that's kind of our mantra. Because we know that in marketing, if we mess up, no one's going to die. And so that's kind of our mantra. So go ahead, make a few mistakes, live it up, no one's going to die. And hopefully no one's going to get arrested. So that's the other one. This is the Play Sports High Adrenaline. In fact, the new campaign has the camera in a fish aquarium with piranhas swimming around it. And it hands trying to reach in and grab it, and it says, "Go ahead, I dare you." It's worth it. So that's the new campaign. So that's what we're doing. So the image of who we are and what we are, it's really changed a lot. And as we start to make the shift and really pull through the company, you have to start to do it within. There's a bunch of corporate crap. Let's miss that. Okay, now, because we're running short on time. What we're talking about is changing human relationships and the fabric of the way in which we relate. And so to do that takes a lot of time, and we don't have the time. So what we have to do is you really have to go back to its core. I've written a book called The Mirror Test, which luckily this week, it's a week out in the market, hit number 9 yesterday on Amazon. It's called The Mirror Test, and that's what we started to do inside the company is we ask ourselves, do we even fog the mirror? What's our proof of life? And we ask ourselves the second mirror test, which is around leadership. Do we have the right people? And do we have the right things that we need to do in order to make the right decisions? So we had to question ourselves. We had to say, do we want to sell off the name Kodak? Do we want to just take it and just move that over there and make that a different brand and let's go start this other company in a different way? Those are things you have to ask yourselves. And then last but not least, and I like the speaker that spoke before me, is about the bottom line. And are we driving the bottom line? Those are the three, basically around those, that third one is, am I growing the top line sales? Am I making more margin? And am I increasing customer satisfaction? Those are the only metrics I try to measure at all as a chief marketing officer. We can get into campaign metrics and all those kind of things, and those are nice, and I can spend weeks and days and millions of dollars trying to do a lot of that, but those are the three ones I look. And the core that I talk about in the mirror test is that companies who get back to their core of who they are. George Eastman said, push one button and we do the rest, to make it simple. So that anybody could take a video camera and we put in things like image stabilization, simple buttons, and you press one button and we do the rest. And now I'm giving you HD quality, television broadcast quality for $179. Like we said, we want to make photography affordable for everybody. We want to make printing affordable for everybody. We want to make video affordable for everyone, because if a picture's worth 1,000 words, a video is worth 10,000 pictures. So you get back to your core of who you are and what you do and where you want to go, and this tells you a little bit about that.